General doodle grooming workflow. What happens to your doodle at the groomer? I collected all the steps for a full body trim, included bath and dry, at the groomer, so you can get a better understanding of what happens to your doodle or what could happen to your doodle, including everything. And in a later section, you're going to learn what kind of grooming packages exist or what you can ask for. So in case your doodle needs a custom package or just a quick brush out or a face fit funny, you're going to know about that and you can pick only those. But now let's take a look what could happen to your doodle for a full body trim package. The first step is playtime, hike, walk to get the doodle satisfied and tired. This can happen at home or at the groomer, depending on what kind of setup they have and what their requirements are. Number 2, pee and poo breaks for all, including you or the groomer. That can happen, the two can happen together. In case you're out for a walk, then you can take your doggy there and they're gonna probably pee and poop. Of course, you are using your own facilities for that specific step. The number 3, eye area trim. I like to start with this whenever I meet doodles, after, of course, a quick meet and greet and sniffing and a little patting here and there, that they're going to be able to see me and I can see their reactions. Their eyes tell me quite a lot, so I like to open up the area in case the hair grew pretty long around there. So eye area trim comes first. After that, paw checkup and paw hair trim. That helps me keep the doggy comfortable by enabling them to get a good grip on the grooming table. In case they have crazy amount of fluff on their paw pads, they gonna slide even on a non-slippery surface like my tabletop. And that's gonna keep the doggy uncomfortable because they need to balance and they won't be able to do it for themselves. So it's gonna be for everyone's best interest to spend time with the paw hair trim right at the beginning. Toe mohawks. I check for toe mohawks to see whether the doggy has matted hair between the toes right after this one, so I can prepare the doggy's feet for brushing and combing or haircut. In case they have toe mohawks, then I trim them out. Paw pad boomerangs. Same thing, matted hair, but between the toe pads and paw pads on the underside of the doggy's feet. I really need to find these, and oftentimes it happens with the paw hair trim that it's not just the surface I'm trimming, but I go a little bit deeper between the paw pads, especially in case they have mats there or foreign objects like plant parts or pills or supplements. It's crazy what I've found on doggies. So removing the paw pad boomerangs, they are like, the sensation is very similar, if probably it's more worse, but similar to when we have a rock in our shoe. Whenever doggies experience that, they are having a hard time again balancing and staying comfortable on the 3 legs while we are working on the 4th one. So removing boomerangs, paw pad boomerangs, will be extremely helpful to keep the doggy comfortable and cooperative, and they can balance on 3 legs. In case the dog is really wiggly, oftentimes I just have them lay there on their side on the ground, not on the table, but on the ground, and I don't put any pressure on their other 3 legs while I'm working on the 4th one, so I can get rid of the paw pad boomerangs in case there is a severe case of that. The 7th step is sanitary trim, privates and armpits. That's gonna help me clean up all the tangles and mats in case they are present around the private. So whenever I'm grabbing the brush and working on a doggy, since I'm not going to try to brush out sanitary mats or armpit mats, I'm just going to trim them out. So whenever the brush is going around in that area, then the doggy is going to be comfortable. Then right after that, it's going to be a brush out. It's pretty important to make sure that the doggy is absolutely brushed out and tangle and mat free before the bath or even the pre-haircut. The next step is a comb out. With the comb, I find all kinds of mats or teeny tiny tangles or mats hidden on the doggy. So brushing is prevention and search. Comb is only search and the kind of like the hardcore search for tangles and mats. That way I can make sure that I found everything and they opened up everything. In case I found something with the comb, then I go back with the brush and work on the area in case it's brushable. In case it's not, I'm just going to snap out the mats so the doggy will be comfortable and I have their patient's credit still. Pre-haircut. I really like to do a pre-haircut before the bath, especially in cases when the doggy's coat is going to be significantly shorter than it is right now. I do a pre-haircut on body and legs and leave the head alone or do a minimal trim, since using the shears or the clippers around those areas will leave very, very sharp edges. I leave the head nice and fluffy so I can work on that and have a lot of hair to deal with there. And the haircut will look nice and even and shaggy looking. After the pre-haircut, I do ear hair removal. And I trim the ear hair around the ear canal, so I can get a good grip on the ear hair in the ear canal in case they need to be removed. So ear hair removal is right after the pre-haircut and right before the bath. And the bath coming up, which is more like a shower. So before you would think the same like I used to with the dishwasher, it's different. They are just getting a soak, just like the plates and glasses in the dishwasher. It's not gonna be like the whole machine is filling up and the dog is sitting there. No. Towel drying. After every bath, towel drying is the thing I do to soak up most of the water. You can't believe the difference. You're gonna be so very surprised. In case the detailed towel drying has been done after the bath, the blow drying, let it be even using a hair blow dryer or a hand blow dryer, it's gonna be so much easier and so much faster. So a detailed towel drying will help you and the doggy huge to stay still and comfortable and still have some patience credit to finish the job. After that, hand blow drying. I either use a small blow dryer for puppies and more sensitive doggies, or a high velocity blow dryer for doggies with crazy curls and long coat and very thick coat. And also it depends on the doggy's behavior. So in case the dog is not comfy, I'm going to use a small one or make plans with the doodle mom and dad to keep the doggy clean for the haircut and to avoid blow drying here. After that, I'm going to do nails. So before a final full body haircut, I like to mess around with the feet. Unless the doggy has super long nails, then I'm going to do it right around the paw hair trim somewhere in the beginning, because that can put pressure on the doggy's toes and it's not comfy, so that's going to interfere with balance and cooperation. Again, comfort equals cooperation. Did you hear me say this before? Yeah, so I'm doing nails at the last. The good reason for that is because once the doggy got a soak, then the nails are going to be softer, so they're going to be even more comfortable for the nail trimming. Though they are already comfortable, super comfy for me whenever I'm doing it, because of my technique, my nail clipper is just in tune with my method, and they feel safe. And they sense my confidence, and they do not get the sensations they are oftentimes used to. And it's going to be comfortable, no pressure on the sensitive tissue on their nails, so they will just stay there. So actually, nails is one of my favorite parts of this. It's so satisfying. And after the nail trimming, I file their nails with a hand nail file, not like the nail grinder or Dremel. I really don't like those. So yeah, nails are covered with nail trimming and nail filing. And the final haircut. It's so funny because you would think, or many doodle moms and dads think, that the final haircut takes the longest. Actually, it's kind of the fastest way to do it. The face, feet, fanny at the beginning is like 30 minutes. The bath is about 30 minutes with the towel drying for an average hair length doggy. And the blow drying is around 30-45 minutes. And the actual final haircut is like 30 minutes all over the doggy's body. I mean, the full body, legs, tail, face, everything. So in case the doggy got a haircut like within like 8 or 10 weeks. So it's not like setting a new hairstyle for the doggy and we are dealing with a full floof. So poofy doggy. So yeah, basically these are the few steps which your doggy will experience. In case they need to be split up, then we absolutely can, and we're gonna deal with grooming packages in one of the upcoming sections, so you're gonna learn which grooming steps your doggy will actually need and when.